Relationships aren't just about love and companionship. They're also one of the most powerful ways we grow as people. But not all relationship models promote growth in the same way. That's why I believe polyamory should be our society's default relationship model. I'm Don. I have a PhD in psychology, and I'm a tenured research professor, as well as a polyamorous man with 2 long-term partners. Polyamory, by its very nature, challenges us to evolve emotionally and psychologically in ways that monogamy just doesn't. For example, polyamory forces us to deploy and develop emotional intelligence. Jealousy, insecurity, communication struggles, these don't disappear in polyamory. But unlike monogamy, where we're taught to avoid them, polyamory forces us to confront and navigate them directly. Studies show that polyamorous people tend to have better emotional intelligence and stronger conflict resolution skills. Why? Because successful polyamory demands it. Monogamous relationships often rely on romantic exclusivity to generate a feeling of security. Of course, most of those relationships end, and if the ever-expanding definition of cheating, from emotional affairs to work husbands, is any indication, exclusivity isn't providing as much security as people seem to think. In polyamory, you build security through trust, communication, and emotional awareness. The greatest fear of many mono folks, that our partner falls in love with someone else, becomes something we actively want for a partner in polyamory. This leads to polyam individuals feeling more secure in their relationships. And attachment research backs this up. Polyamorous people often report lower levels of attachment anxiety and avoidance compared to monogamous people. So we become better partners and are able to show up more fully in our relationships over time. In short, polyamory makes us better at handling emotions, not by eliminating challenges, but by teaching us how to work through them. Second, polyamory encourages self-reflection and identity growth. Many monogamous relationships are built on unspoken expectations. What a partner should provide, how they should behave, what love is supposed to look like. But polyamory doesn't let you coast on assumptions. It forces you to get clear on your own needs and boundaries, because there's no one-size-fits-all script to follow. You may learn that one night a week of your partner's undivided attention is plenty for you to feel connected, or that touching base for 15 minutes a day is optimal, but you'll need to know yourself well enough to ask for those things. Relatedly, polyamory challenges possessiveness and entitlement, pushing you to rethink what commitment, love, and security actually mean for you. Mono-married couples generally expect to spend most nights with their spouse and maybe sleep in the same bed. So newly polyamorous relationships often have a reset period where those hidden assumptions come to the fore, are challenged by the needs of new partners or desires of existing ones to share those entitlements. But instead of seeing these types of changes in a relationship as a threat, polyamory recognizes them as an opportunity for relationships to evolve, so that they continue to serve the people in them rather than forcing people to stay the same. Change can be challenging, but as long as everyone is honest and open to negotiating in good faith, most people find that they can get their needs met. When you stop seeing relationships as static and start seeing them as fluid, you stop fearing change and start growing with it. Love is a skill, not a possession. At the end of the day, polyamory promotes growth because it treats love as a skill rather than a possession. Instead of clinging to control, it teaches us to navigate relationships with curiosity, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Polyamory doesn't fix people, but it demands growth in ways that monogamy doesn't. It challenges us to be active participants in our relationships, not passive actors working from a well-worn script. So, have you ever experienced a relationship that forced you to grow in unexpected ways? Whether you're monogamous or polyamorous, follow along and share some of the unique ways you've grown in relationships. See you next time.